if someone joined today as first session, I'll be giving last session video links actually. Okay. As per the concept, this is a second session, including demos. It's a fourth session. I have taken 2 demo sessions and 1 regular session that I have started yesterday that I'll revise for 5 minutes. Then we go for today concept even. Notes and all I'm just posting initially in my Facebook group. Okay. Later we'll share through drives and all. Okay. So what we discussed initially, just I'm showing for a second here. If you are writing Spring application, code everything, set up everything you should do as a programmer, everything you should do here. If you write Spring Boot application, okay, work is reduced by you. Okay, such concept is actually called as auto configuration. Okay, so what is Spring Boot? Spring Boot is actually parent project that is given by pivotal team. Okay, so this one is actually you are writing a child project and you are inheriting a Spring Boot, which can be written in Maven or Gradle that reduces code which is written by programmer. Spring Boot is like a project, okay, which is written internally by using Spring only. Okay, what are valid in Spring? All you can write it in Spring Boot also here. Okay, that reduces lines of code, LOC, lines of code, some 60 to 80%. Percentage may change based on the concept you take here. That is actually called auto configuration. Okay, so it will reduce Spring Boot that is provides common classes, common configuration, common jars, common setup, database, servers, plugins, everything that will reduce which is written by you. Okay, generally which is handled by programmer. Majority of the parts are reduced actually. That is called auto configuration. Okay. Now later we have started about where exactly Spring Boot is used. Okay, in case of distributed application, applications are converted into 2 formats. That's actually 2 parts: front-end applications and back-end applications. Complete back-end applications implemented using Spring Boot concept here by using the concept called layers: integration layer, service layer, and data access layer. We can also call business layer here. These are the different files we have to write. And front-end technologies like Angular, React, Android, iOS, third-party applications will communicate using HTTP protocol. Data will be exchanged by using either JSON format or XML format, okay, by making request and response. Okay, this we have discussed in demo session. Okay, so in the last session, what we have discussed here is if we are writing any Spring Boot application, what are the important files we should handle? Any Spring Boot application, if we write, there will be 3 files. Okay, one is actually starter class that we need to use here. Okay, that we need to handle here. And second one, input file, application.properties or application.yml. And third one is a build file. If you are using Maven, it's a pom.xml and build.gradle. Okay, understand here when you're writing any Spring Boot application that contains 3 types of files here. One is actually starter class. Second one is actually input file. Third one is actually build file or build information file. Okay, starter class is a simple class that is used to create the container and run the application here. Input files are used to provide key values. If you want to provide key values, either using properties or YAML, you can just use. And build information file, if you are using Maven concept, then it is going to be pom.xml. If you are using Gradle concept, that is actually called build.gradle. Okay, this actually, it will create Spring container. Okay, start application. start application. Input files, okay, that is going to store data in the form of key and value. Application dot properties, or it is going to be application dot YML. Okay, so yesterday session I have just given overview of this. Okay, if you miss, I'll give the link later, session link later. You can just watch today's session here. Okay, now if you look at the container concept, Spring container concept here, Spring container, the work of the Spring container is to create the object, provide data to objects, link one object with another object, and you can read the objects and you can print, finally destroy the objects. Okay, that is a work done by Spring container here. Observe, that is going to create the object, provide the data to this, okay, and link one object with another object based on hazard relations we call or association. And you can use the objects in your applications. When you are stopping the application, finally destroy the objects and container. Okay, object creation is done by Spring framework in Spring Boot also here. Okay, that is actually Spring container, very important, which is there in Spring, also available in Spring Boot here. Okay, so Spring container says a programmer, you need to give two different types of inputs. One is Spring Bean. That means you need to write a class that follows the rules given by Spring container. Second one, Spring configuration file. Actually, we have three types of configuration: XML, Java, and annotation. Now, XML is actually not used. In Spring Boot, XML is not there, completely Java and annotation. XML is slow in the execution and complex in configuration. So that is removed here in Spring Boot, total Java and annotation configuration only. Okay, that we are going to work here. Okay, it will take the inputs from application.properties based on your design and requirement here. Okay, so today we are going to see some overview about Java and annotation configuration, and we'll write small Spring Boot applications also. Okay, now let us start with the first of all, that is workflow of starter class here. That is overview how to work with this. Okay, in that we have started a Spring container, and in that we have started the Spring configuration. Okay, in Spring Boot also, Spring configuration is very important. It's a Spring configuration. Understand the point. Spring Boot supports two types of configurations. Two types of configuration. One is actually annotation configuration, and second one is Java configuration. Okay, now the question here is why configuration? What is the use? If you give configuration, okay, by taking the configuration file only or configuration content only, container will do its works. Okay, if we give class, container will not do anything. It takes, okay, I gave class, okay, fine, then what to do? Create the object, then write the configuration. Provide the data, write the configuration. Link one object with another object, configuration. If you write configuration, okay, if you write Spring configuration file, by taking the configuration only, container will do all its work. Creating object, providing data, linking objects, everything done based on the configuration only. So by taking configuration as the input, Spring container will do all its works. Okay, configuration file is taken as input by Spring container, so that container will do its work. Means create the object, provide the data, link the objects. Okay, so all the works it is done by taking configuration file only. Okay, if you just write the class, okay, you wrote class something employee open and close, it won't create the object. You must provide the configuration. Okay, These configurations are two types here, annotation and Java configuration. Okay, both are used here in Spring Boot, but mostly used concept is annotation. Okay, and you might be having a doubt when to use what concept. Okay, I'll give one small technique you just remember here. If a class is written by you, okay, a class, whatever the class Spring Bean is there, did you write this class? Yes, then directly go for annotation configuration. Okay, if a class is predefined, you did not write, someone already created this Spring framework or Apache, okay, or something like some XYZ technology has created already this, and you want to tell to Spring container create this object here, yes, okay, then go for Java configuration. A simple technique I'm just giving here, programmer defined class. Programmer defined class is there, then use the concept of annotation configuration. Okay, and if we have a predefined class, and you can go for Java configuration. Java configuration even supports programmer defined class also, even supports programmer defined class also, but it's a mostly recommended for predefined. It's a mostly recommended for predefined. Okay, so annotation supports only programmer defined, no predefined class support, no support for predefined, because if you want to write the annotation, you should have .java code. Okay, I'll explain some examples, you will understand clearly. Okay, so in interview they may ask question like this, when to use what configuration, that's why I just gave this point. Okay, I'll show few examples, you will only understand. Okay, let us start one by one here. First, I'm going to explain this concepts of annotation configuration, which is very important, concentrate. Without these configurations, you can't write any Spring Boot application. Okay, these are very important here. If you want to write any Spring Boot programming, these are important here. Okay, everyone should involve in the session. Okay, just listening and leaving is no use actually. Okay, one example I'll give it to you. Some questions also I may ask, whether it is valid or invalid answer, you type your answer in the chat box. Okay, wrong answer also fine, nothing to worry. Okay, okay, every learner will start with mistakes only. Okay, that's not a problem, but you have to do something, either it's a correct or wrong thing, not an issue, but you have to give answer. Okay, if it's a mistake also fine, you should involve and you should give answer, that's what I'm expecting. Okay, you give wrong answer also fine, listen and give your own answer. Okay, now annotation configuration we are starting here. Here we have categorized annotations here. One, that's actually stereotype annotation. The first annotation category, stereotype annotation here. Okay, so next one is actually data annotation. Okay, third one is actually link annotations or wire annotations, we can also call here. Link or wire annotations we call here. Okay, these are three types again we have in annotation configuration as of now. Okay, stereotype annotations are total again 5. What are they? At the rate component, at the rate repository, at the rate service, at the rate controller, at the rate rest controller. Don't worry, we are not going to learn all this in a single day. One by one we are going to see. These are total 5. Data annotation, at the rate value. Okay, that's a one. And one more added in Spring Boot, at the rate configuration properties. This is a one. Link or wire annotations here we have at the rate auto wide, at the rate qualifier, at the rate auto wide, at the rate qualifier is annotation here. Okay, yeah, I'll give the differences just now started. Okay, Irfan just now started. I'll give the differences all one by one. You are going to see. Okay, with the equivalent output that we are going to work here. Okay, and at the rate primary. And here we have one more @order. Now we have different annotations one by one. Okay. So like this stereotype annotations, data annotations, and link or wire annotations. Okay. Today we are going to see few, but I'm just giving overview for this. Component, the work of the component is to, it will inform to container, create object to our class. Okay. This is the first one, component. Repository, it will also similar, create object to our class, and plus it supports actually DB operations and its DB exceptions, even exception handling. Service, it will create the object. Okay, it will support transaction management, calculations, operations, okay, and service exception handling, so on. Okay, controller, it is also creating the object. It is also creating the object and HTTP calls. Okay, and working with the MVC concept, that is actually model view and controller we are going to call here. Okay, processing the request processing, and etc we are going to do here. REST controller, okay, creating the object, supports HTTP calls here, and total it is going to work with the REST API programming here, RESTful web services. Okay, like this we'll be having. Okay, in clear, again, if we go to particular chapter, we are going to discuss all one by one. Okay, we'll be having different chapters for all this requirement. Today, I'll just give overview for one by one annotation here. Okay, value. Okay, value is actually required for 3 stages actually, to provide static data and to read properties value and execute one Spring expression language. Yeah, I'll show all with one by one example. Don't worry. First, I'm giving as a notes here. Configuration that comes later, that is actually Java configuration. Still few annotations are there that will come later. Java configuration. Okay. Configuration, bin, okay, property source. Like we have so many annotations that I'm just taking as a Java configuration. This is annotation only. For our classes, programmer classes, what we are going to write, that is also I'll show. Okay. Later, after this, we come to Spring Boot specific annotations also, like Spring Boot annotations, applications, and all. We'll see that also. Okay. One by one, we are going to see. Don't worry. Okay. Configuration concept here. Okay. Load multiple keys, key values from properties. Okay. Order, execution or loading order for same type. Objects here. Auto void, link to different class objects. Don't worry, all I'll explain one by one here. Okay. Qualifier, select if multiple child objects found. Okay. Primary, select one child object as priority. Okay. Yeah, we have even so many annotations. We'll come to that. Okay, as of now, I'm giving annotation configuration, what are important. Okay, so here we have to see so many annotations here. I'll give that list. Inject is there, bean is there, post construct, pre-construct. Okay, we have so many annotations that I'll come to later. First, we are learning majority annotations. Okay, I'm just going to explain around 125 annotations. Okay, all if I give now, time will be wasted, sir. I'll give few annotations, we'll learn. And again, I'll give few annotations, we'll learn. Don't worry. Okay, if I start typing only annotations, it will take time. Okay, understand and cooperate. Don't worry, I won't miss any annotation. Okay, we are the best to give complete content, not to worry about that. Whatever I'm giving, just try to understand that. Okay, okay. Now observe here. Now let us start here one by one. I'm just starting one by one. You will understand all the differences. Okay, with example concepts, I'm going to start here. Now first, we'll start with @ component. Okay, are you writing any class, your own class you are writing, programmer class, and you want to tell container, please create object to this class, then you should write @ component. Rule number 1, it must be a public class, should be detected by container. Rule number 2, it should not be abstract class or it should not be an interface. Remember those points here. Now first example, we are writing @ component. Okay, it indicates Spring container to create object. Okay, recommended to write here, write public class. Okay, there's a one here. Given type should be, it should be non-abstract and not an interface, because for interface we can't create the object. Okay, for interface we can't create the object. Remember that point here. Okay, now just I'm writing one by one example. Concentrate everyone. Similar to that second question, I'll give it to you. Always second question, I'll give it to you here. Now I'm writing the example here. It's a one. I'm just writing here. It's a public class. Okay, data export. Like this, I'm just writing here. Okay, I'm not writing anything inside this. On top of this, I'm just writing @ component. Component. And inside that, you provide some object name. You need to provide some object name here. Okay, just I'm writing something here. Okay, something like DE. DE, I'm just writing. Okay, this is a code I wrote here. Then what Spring container will do? There's a question here. Spring container will create the object. It will create the object. Object to what? Data export. Okay, it is going to create the object to data export. Okay, that is something like a DE is equals to new data export. Like this, Spring container will do. Okay, like object creation. Okay, that Spring container will do. In simple understanding here, look at this is container. This is Spring container. It is going to create the object. That object name is DE. Like this object is created here. Okay, of course, there are no variables as of now. We'll write one by one also here. Okay, that's the first requirement here, like this. Next, second one, just I'm writing here. Just I'm writing the answer. Spring container creates object to our class using name, that's object name, as D. Now I am writing the next example here. Okay, I'm not writing @ component. Sorry, I'm not writing any object name. Object name is optional. I just wrote only @ component. Okay, in this case, what it is going to do? In this case, also Spring container create object. Okay, for our class. Okay, in this case, also Spring container will create the object. Okay, so here Spring container creating the object, but you did not give object name. Listen, if you did not give object name, class name only first letter, class name first letter taken as a small, lowercase, small d. Okay, and that is only object name. That is called camel case conversion data export. Like this, it will be taken. If we did not give any object name, remember, yes, that is valid. Okay, class name first letter taken as a lowercase here. Okay, so like this, it is going to do here. I think you got the clarity of these 2 points here. Okay, @ component indicates Spring container to create the object. And if you did not give object name, class name first letter taken as a object name. Okay, object name will be data export. Okay, yes, this actually like this, it is going to be here. Okay, it's object name I gave here. I did not give object name, so both scenarios are valid. Okay, now I'm writing next one here. Look at carefully. Example 3 I'm just writing. Okay, you should tell me what is the object here created. There I'm writing @ component. Okay, I'm just writing public class product service. I'm just writing here. Can you guess what is the object name? That's a question I'm writing here. Just give answer. Mistake also fine. Nothing to worry. Okay, if you involve, then you will learn. Okay, these are very important points, sir. If you want to write Spring Boot application, without this you can't write. That's why I'm just teaching all this. Actually, I should have said that if you know all this, then only you come. But I'm taking some extra 2-3 sessions for the clarity. Okay, very good. Nice. Okay, now here I'm writing like this POBJ. Now tell me, what is the object name? In this case, what is the object name? Exactly. If you don't give any object name, then it is going to create object with class name first letter small. That is called camel case rule. Okay, if you provide here, then it is going to create with a given object name. That's a given object name here. Exactly correct. Okay, remember the point here. So you can refer by using object name. In majority of the applications in real time, you won't see the object name. You won't see object name. Just directly we are going to write @ component. Okay, it's like ID. Yeah, we can call bean ID. If you have learned XML configuration, you can call bean ID. If you know already XML configuration. If you know XML configuration, forget that. Okay, because no use now. But comparison purposes, you can take it. But no use of XML configuration here. It's completely gone. Okay, so one small example I gave. Now let us just go for one more annotation. It's a data. @ value. @ value has 3 requirements. One is to audible to everyone. Okay. Now, so here we are using @ value. We are using @ value. So @ value actually having 3 purpose, 3 requirements we have. One is to provide static data to variables. Okay, or we can read the data from properties. And third one is Spring expression language. Okay, second one is the mostly used concept in Spring Boot. Okay, if you want to provide the data to variables, actually here we can provide the static data. Okay, are properties to read the data here, and we can assign to variables. Okay, we can assign data to variables here. Now, just let me take one small example here. Now, just I'm writing fourth one. Okay, here I'm just giving. Here I'm not giving anything with the object name. I'm just giving as a dash. After getting these nodes, you fill the task again. Okay, fourth one. Look at here. This time, what I'm just doing here, I'm just writing a class, public class. Okay. Now I'm just writing here product service only here. Like this we have. Okay, I'll write @ component on top of this. Consider it has some variables here. Just it has some variables. Okay, for that variables, I want to provide the data. Okay, I'm just writing here private string service code. Simply I'm just writing S code private integer optional ID. Like this, we have some data. It's a dummy variables I'm just taking. Okay, your target is to understand how to create the object and how to set the data here. Okay, so whatever the class name, just I'm writing dummy class and dummy variables here. Like this, I wrote here. Okay, now I want to tell Spring Container create the object @component. @component. Okay, now I want to provide the data here. Look at the annotation. As of now, I'm using static data, but the priority is actually properties values. Okay, properties values read, but as of now, I'm just writing static data here, @value. Just I'm using this annotation. First, I'm writing @value. Okay, parenthesis symbol, open and close, quotes, double quotes. Then you write some static value here. Okay, so code is actually NIT. It's a value, NIT. Of course, we can directly assign here, but I'm just showing static also it supports. Second, there I'm writing @value. Okay, optional ID 996. Even though it's integer type, we have to write in double quotes only. That's a format. Okay, use @value to provide data to variables. Okay, that can be static. Okay, that can be properties data. That can be even Spring expression language. Okay, here 3 scenarios are there. Okay, I gave just one small example for this one. Okay, I hope you understood this one. Okay, I am writing one example. This time you write some data here. Okay, just I'm writing one small example. Public class email util. I'm just writing here. In this email util, we have something like private string host name or host, private integer and port. Okay. Now the requirement, listen carefully. Create the object with name eutil, emutil. With the data, host is equals to Gmail, port is equals to 586. Can you write the code? Reference is there above. Look at and write it. Not an issue. Mistake also fine. I want to create the object like this. Write the complete code. Don't write line by line. Write the complete code. Don't give hints also. Please don't write single line. Complete code I want. And directly don't type in the chat box. Okay, that will come as single line. Okay, type in your notepad, then copy paste here. Everyone type in your notepad, then copy paste here. If you are typing in the chat box, okay, that's not good. Directly don't type. It will come as a line by line. Take your own time, not an issue, not a problem. Debesh Nayak, good, but you forgot at the rate component. Kiran, don't type like that. Give complete and V capital. At the rate V value V capital. At the rate component C capital. They are actually predefined. You have to write like that only. Generally, annotation name, enum name, class name, and interface name starts with uppercase letter. That is a core Java rule, general rule. I'll check everyone answer, not an issue here. Satish Naish. Satish Kumar, good. Yeah, Teja, good. Okay, give your answer. I'm checking. If it's a mistake, I'll let you know. Cherry, you wrote class name small letter. Class name should be email util only. Object name is we have to provide separately at the rate component. Manish, you did not give object name. At the rate value V capital, at the rate component C capital. Okay. Now I'm just giving the answer. You can cross verify. Sunil C capital I said. Now look at the rate component. Now I'm writing here. Object name EM util I just gave. Now look at here. Like this we have to write. Now here I'm just writing at the rate value. Then there I'm writing it's a Gmail. And next I'm writing here at the rate value. There I'm writing it's a 587. Sorry, 586. Okay, you can cross verify your answer also. V capital Pavan. Satish K, you forgot the braces. That's remaining good. Roshan, it's not at the rate data. It's at the rate value. You wrote annotation mistake. Yes, it's auto type conversion. It will do. Okay. You have to keep the data in double quotes. There is no equal to symbol Irfan. Okay. You can check the content here. Have you written same or not? You can cross verify. I'll give one more also this time. Okay. But static, not much used in real time, but it is also one possibility. Okay. You can cross verify. V capital, C capital. Some people wrote is equal to here. No, is equal to not required. Is equal to not required. Nageshwara, you wrote port is equals to no, not required to write that. Below port is there already. Okay, I said for host allocate this value, for port allocate this value. Already port is there. You have to directly write the data. Look at a mistake also fine, nothing to worry. Okay, at the rate value you have to give in double quotes only. It's automatically type conversion it will do and it will allocate to integer. Okay, now I'm just writing sixth one, somewhat complex and lengthy here. Consider I'm just creating one application.properties file. Same program, I'm just writing application.properties file is there. Remember, application.properties or dot properties will store the data in the form of key and value. It will store the data in the form of key and value. Okay. Now let me just take some dummy key and values. Okay, I'm just taking here. Code is equals to NIT. Version is equals to 3.3 like this. Yeah, I'll show all these examples practically also. First, we have to learn the concept. I'll show practical examples also with the STS complete setup Spring Boot application. I'll show. Okay, I wrote like this. This application.properties I wrote, which stores the data in the form of key and value. When you write symbol hash indicates comment line. Okay, as of now, I wrote like this here. Now I'm writing here public class. Okay, I'm just writing here process mode. Like this, I wrote a class. Now there I'm writing it's a private string, it's a process code, private, double, export version. Like this, we have variables. Now, what my requirement? This P code should get the data from this this key. Okay, export value should get the data from this version. Okay, this is the key and this is a value. Data looks like in the form of key is equals to value. Observe carefully. Code is a key, NIT is a value. Version is a key, 3.3 is a value. Okay, now let us write this one here. I am just writing this example, concentrate. Next example, I'll give it to you only. Okay, observe here. There I'm writing first one @component. It's a creating the object. Let it be object name will be class name, first letter small. Okay, then here I'm writing. Now I want to provide the data. If you want to read the data from properties file here, to read data from properties file. Syntax just I'm writing @v capital, @value, parenthesis, braces, dollar, open brace and close brace, and key. Okay, that is a syntax that you need to follow here. Look at @value, parenthesis, brace, that is quotes, dollar, braces, key. Like this we have to write. Whatever the key that you write here in the property, same thing. Okay, now there I'm writing here @value, @value, parenthesis, double quotes, dollar, open brace and close brace. What is the key? Here is code. We need to write the same. Okay, now there next one, it's a version. It's a version. There I'm writing now @value, parenthesis, double quotes, dollar, braces, version. Equivalent Java meaning you want to know here. Equal core Java meaning. If you want to know here, what is that? Process mode. Okay, process mode is equals to P small. Just it's for your understanding. You should not do this. Don't write this. It's for your understanding only. Okay, process mode P mode. Okay, process mode dot. It's like a set code. It's internally setting the code. That's actually like NIT. Okay, that value will come from properties file. Equivalent core Java code here. I'm just understanding explanation. I'm just giving for you. It's like EXPVER. Like this. It's actually 3.3. It's equal core Java meaning just for understanding. Don't consider step by step exactly like that. It's for your understanding. Okay, whatever the code I just gave, for your understanding only. For understanding only here, this is sample code. Okay, like this. Okay, Kiran, in case of dynamic data means, okay, like dynamic data should come from two different places. Okay, UI. Second one is from database. Okay, UI means we used to work with Spring MVC, HTML forms or something here. Okay, Kiran asked a question. Sir, you give direct value here. I just want to work with some dynamic. Yes, dynamic also will come, not now. Okay, for that we have to go to Spring MVC concepts actually here. That Spring Boot MVC concepts are data JPA. Still those two concepts are not done. Okay, definitely I'll show that. How to get the data either from UI or from backend. Those are only two solutions as of now, dynamic means. Okay, these are actually setup kind of content I'm just giving. Okay, are you clear with the syntax, everyone? Shall I give an example? Okay, Dharmendra, don't worry. I'll show complete live coding here with internal flow. First, we are learning the concept. Okay. Yesterday, I have started the actual session. Today, programming practice I'm showing here. If you're good in this, I can start the Spring Boot program. Okay, these are all actually Spring specific concepts, sir. Okay, if you're really good in this, you can write Spring Boot programs easily. Okay, it's a type of revision plus concept required for Spring Boot also. Here, setters and getters and all will come later. We apply the Lombok later. As of now, this is sufficient. Write it, whatever I'm just writing. Understood, everyone? Just give yes or no in the chat Type yes or no in the chat. Not an issue. You can type no also if you did not understand. Still, if you have some doubts, okay, and you want me to answer some advanced concepts, you can send an email to me also, javabyragu@gmail.com. For example, you have doubt in something security that you can't ask now because just now started. Like this, you can ask here. Okay. Vineet, it's not Lambok, it's a Lombok. Lombok is an API, open source API to generate setGet methods, to string method, default constructor that we see once it is done here. Now, let us just write one example. Now, listen carefully. Remember the syntax. I'm just typing in the chart also. I expect that you can write this, but let us see. Equal core Java meaning not required. This for you only. You don't write this. I'm just writing example. There is a public class, mydb connection. Mydb connection. I'm just writing here. Private string. It's a driver. Private string. It's a URL. Private string. It's a username. It's a private string password. Okay, like this we have. There I'm just giving application.properties. Look at carefully. DC. Just a dummy value I'm just giving it so Oracle. Okay, URL is equals to jdbc:/orcl. UN is equals to NIT. PWD is equals to SRS. Like this I gave. Okay, my requirement is like this. Okay, so you need to create CON object. Create object CON. Okay, with data, with properties data. Write the code. Use component and @value. Very good. But I gave object name. Nice. Fine, not a problem. Mistake also good. Type it how much you can. Ashwini, type complete content. Don't type line by line. I can't see that. So many people will give answer in the chart. Your answer will go if you type line by line. Yeah, nice, Manish. Satyabhatra, you missed object name. Very good. Yeah, I'm observing everyone answer. If it's a mistake, I'll let you know. Srinivas, you gave values. You should give keys. Key you should give. This is a key. You are giving Oracle, you are giving this one. No, no, no. You should give key actually. Check it. Okay. Correct, Sandeep. Correct. @component creates the object. @value reads the data from properties as of now. Pragna, first one you give wrong answer. You should not give Oracle. You should give DC. Ganesh, you wrote all correct, but last one you gave instead of PWD, you wrote SRS. You should write PWD. Yeah, mistake also fine. Do it. Not a problem. Without mistake, no one will learn. Here, Harish, you give empty last root actually. That's not root actually, it's a password that you give empty value. Remaining correct. Neeraj, you wrote actually dollar inside. Dollar should come outside actually. Yeah, Irfan, fine. But you wrote dollar inside, Irfan. Krishna Atreya, you forgot dollar. Okay, yeah, you can cross verify the answer. I'm just giving @ component. Just I'm writing object name I gave, sir. You have to mention. There I'm writing @ value. Concentrate everyone. First parenthesis, then double quotes, then dollar, open brace and close brace. Key you have to write. This is key. DC is a key. Okay, some people writing dollar inside the braces, outside the braces you have to write. Okay. Here I'm writing it's a URL. It's a username. Okay, next one is actually password. Okay, it's UN and PWD. Whatever the key I gave, that is only you have to write. Pawan Kumar, you wrote actually, you wrote username, but UN I gave. I gave PWD. Dollar indicates properties key. Dollar indicates properties key here. Here dollar symbol indicates properties. Not only properties, there is one more even available. That is, yeah, Irfan, I have seen your code. If you have question, you can ask. Okay, everyone provide proper names. Don't give short names. I can't understand your names. Okay, while connecting to Zoom, don't give something like admin, hello. Don't give pet names and all, because I want to identify who is doing mistake also. Give clear name. Don't give numbers also. Your full name. Don't give short names also. I'll be getting clearly. Okay. Not only this, actually later I'll be giving some task that you need to do and you have to send email also. But today I just started here, and listen everyone. This is second session only. Okay. This is second session only. If someone miss initial sessions, okay, for them I'm just giving the links. All sessions will not be provided. Only initial sessions we provide. Okay, first 5 sessions to confirm how we are teaching actually here. That is to show here. Here, this is session 3. One second, I'm just giving the links. This is session 1 and session 2 and session 3. 3 sessions are there here. Yeah, I'm just giving this. Hold on for a second, just. Okay, this actually, if you consider demo, it's the 4th session. These are the Spring Boot sessions. If someone miss initial sessions, you can just go through this. Okay, notes and all completely I'll be posting in Facebook group. This is my Facebook group, /the Java Temple. This is my email. Okay, if you want notes, no, I can't send email. You only send email to me. I'll just give reply back to you. Okay, if you want something, you send an email to me. I can't send individually. Okay, you send email to me, Ishwari. Okay, you send email to me. I'll return whatever the requirement you have. I'll just attach the files and I'll send it to you. Okay. Yeah, complete material also I'll provide. Not now. Okay. Or else you can just go to Facebook group. Their announcement is there. Click on PDF links. There you can get it. Okay. All materials actually, if you click on PDF link, it will start download here a link. There one link is there. All PDF materials are there. Okay. Whether you join or not, that's your interest here. PDF copies. Hibernate is there. Advanced Java is there. Spring Boot, web services. Okay. All material, Java real-time tools, everything is there. Okay. Okay. I'll share here. You can download and you can practice. If you have any question also, you can just here send an email to me, Java by Raghu. Yeah, we'll do all those things in parallelly also in the class. Yeah, Pawan, I have seen that. I'll let you know the answer actually. Okay, but I have to confirm with the management. Once it is done, I'll let you know. Okay, so here some details. If someone joined today as the first session, I'm just giving some extra details here. Okay, this is 3 months duration session, sir. This is complete 3 months duration. Every day 1.5 hour session will be there, but initial sessions will be 1 hour. Okay, until we set the batch. Okay, even tomorrow and day after tomorrow also 1 hour session will be there. Okay, and you can contact to Srikanth for payments and all. It's a number. It's actually Srikanth. You can just communicate here. Okay, for any questions here, it's a duration 3 months. It's a duration 3 months. Okay, every day 1 hour 30-minute session will be there, but demo sessions will be 1 hour only. Okay, still 2 more sessions. I'll be giving 1 hour. Later we start 1 hour 30-minute session. Okay, and notes and all for as of now I'll be posting in my Facebook group only. Everything, all my notes and materials as of now. Later we'll create separate drive and we'll share to everyone. Okay, this complete course is Spring Boot and microservices. Spring Boot and microservice. Session starts every day, 7:10, 7:15 like that. 7:10 I'll start. 7:10, 7:15. In between that I'll start. Okay. Okay. So here I just give some sample materials. You can just download from here. I'll be giving even more. Okay, it's something like a reference material. Content is a lot here. Okay, you can send email to me, javabyrugged@gmail.com. Okay, if you have any questions and doubts also here. Okay, it's actually money. Payment is actually, fee is actually 5,000 Indian rupees, INR. Okay, payment related things, please contact to Srikanth. Anything, you just contact to Srikanth. Only technical questions you can ask to me. No, first you have to finish Spring Boot, then you have to come to microservice. Admin. Srikanth is admin. Complete course content is posted in Facebook group. You can just download from there. Facebook complete content is there in the group. Okay, or else you can send an email to HR@Naresh.IT. They'll send it to you. Course content. Duration is actually 3.5 months. 3 months, 10 days, 3 months, 15 days, like that. It will be 3 months for sure. Yeah, 3 months will be there, definitely. More than that, it will go. Subject will be like that only. Vineet, annotations are not only annotation, even enums, interfaces, and all should start with first letter capital. Okay, that's actually camel case rule. Okay, Swaroop, if same key repeated multiple times, last combination will be taken. That we see once we come cover duplicate key component programming. My subject is suitable for a fresher to 6 years. This subject is suitable for fresher to 6 years. Dolly, if you want dynamic data, either you have to go for HTML forms or as database concept. Okay, for that we are going to learn data JPA, MVC or REST. dynamic data if you want here. Properties for static data, generally we call it's a setup data. Driver class name, if you give in application, you are never going to change again and again, right? Such kind of data. Yes, Monica, that is sufficient. You can attend. No, variable name and key name can be anything, not required to match. No, it can be anything here. Yes, security also will cover. Okay. Demo session, I'll give one more demo. Actually, demo sessions done, sir. Access session started. Means I'm just giving this video links actually for everyone. Okay, to understand how I'm teaching and how we are going to learn. Just for that sessions, we are giving actually demo only 2 sessions only done. These are regular sessions only. These are the 2 session videos I gave. These are regular sessions started. We are going to use multiple databases, Oracle, MySQL, Mongo database, and Redis. Yeah, Manoj, that is only PDF link you can download. Yeah, Gradle also will be there. Maven, Gradle, JUnit, Log4j. Okay, with SLF4j implementation, Docker, Jenkins, GitHub. All the tools will be there. Cloud deployment. Try this, Manoj. Yeah, I'll show how to do STS setup also here. The latest STS tool only we use. Yeah, Teja, that is sufficient. Not to worry about that. You can continue. You will get the new links automatically. Still, if you are facing any problem also, you can ask. Technical question you can ask to me. Not technical, please communicate to Srikanth. Yeah, continue with same link tomorrow also. Join same link with tomorrow also, same session. I'll show how to do setup of STS, Java, everything. Okay. STS is advanced to Eclipse. What you can do in Eclipse, everything you can do in STS. Okay. Eclipse with STS plugin actually that is called. Redmi. I don't know your name. You just mentioned as Redmi. If you miss any session, no recording videos are provided. Already I just mentioned in the last sessions also. No recording videos are provided, but we can give guarantee that you can attend in a parallel session if you miss any concept. Kishore, I'll show that how to create the applications and setup. Okay. Okay. After a few days, we are going to start. After 2-3 days, we are going to see how to do that setup and coding part. Don't worry. I'll show all the setup. One by one, I'm just going to show. Okay. Still, if you have any question, you can send to my email. Okay. Contact Srikanth for payment and all here. Yeah, Rohit, everyday session will be, everyday notes will be there, and PDF copy also I'll provide. Yeah, Vamshi, I'll give the installation setup. It's not done yet. Everyday session starts by 7:10 and ends by 8:20 as of now. Later, I'll be taking some 20 minutes extra even. Yeah, Shalini, whether you use Gradle or Maven, coding is never going to change. Coding will be same, whether you use Maven or Gradle, only pom.xml or build.gradle will get changed. Jenkins supports both Maven and Gradle, even Spring Boot also. This is actually 4th session, sir. 2 demo sessions I have taken, 1 regular session video link, and this is a current session. Jagadishan, this is actually 4th session actually. 2 demos and 2 regular sessions. Okay. If you miss the initial sessions, these are the video links. You can just go through that. Yeah, I'll give Angular integration, one example, and React integration, second example. Two examples I'll give. Abdullah, don't worry, I'll give setup. Okay, how to do the setup, I'll give. Okay, so continuation we'll see in tomorrow's class. Okay, not only this, we have so many annotations to see, scope, configuration, and all. One by one, we are going to see. Thank you for session.